and welcome back to today's lecture. In this lecture, we will be focusing on helping verbs and how you can use these helping verbs. First, let's look at what helping verbs are. Helping verbs are verbs that help the main verb. They help the main verb to actually form a sentence. For example, I am eating. I and eating does not make sense. When we use the word am here, it actually makes sense. So am in this case is the helping verb. So a helping verb is nothing but a verb that actually helps in the formation of a sentence and it helps the main verb. That is what is called as the helping verb. Now, if we look at these helping verbs, there are three different forms of helping verbs. Do, have, and be. Do, have, and be are three different forms of helping verbs. And first, we will look at the do form. Do form itself consists of three different verbs under it. Do, does, and did. So, among the three, these two, do and does, they actually represent the present form. And did is used for the past tense. When we talk about the past form, some action that has already been completed in the past, then we use did. So did is used when an action is already completed and we're talking about a past action. For example, I did my homework yesterday. Meaning I did it the previous day. I finished it. It is some action that we've already done. So I did my homework yesterday is an example of did. So did is basically used for an action that we've done and dusted, something that's completed already. So for that we use did. And how about do and does? Now for do and does, I would want you to remember a very, very simple and an easy formula. Whenever there is a singular, whenever we're talking about singular objects, whenever we're talking about one thing, then the verb will contain the s. And when we talk about plurals, the verb does not contain the s. This is a strict formula that will never change for any of the verbs. If it is a singular noun, then it will definitely take the s in the verb. And if it is a plural, if in case we're talking about plurals, then the verb does not contain the s. So this is like a standard rule for all verbs irrespective of what they are. So if it is a singular noun, then the verb contains s, and if it is a plural noun, the verb does not contain the s. Now if you apply this same rule over here, there's s in does. Does contains s. So therefore you use does for all singulars. When we're talking about one thing at a time, it is singular. And when it is singular, we actually use does. Does is used for singular. I'll give you some examples right now. Let's look at some examples for does. He does not come often. He does not come often. She does her work quietly, meaning she's very quiet when she does her work. It does not eat. Now, when we talk about singular individuals, for example, Amrita is a singular person. Now, how do we say it? Amrita does her work neatly. She does. So when we're talking about individuals, when we're talking about singular people, we always use does. Now moving on to do. Do again is a verb that does not contain the s. So like I told you at the beginning, we will use it for plurals. So all plural forms will have do as the verb. And additionally, there's an exception. When we talk about singulars, I does not take does. I does my work is not right. We always use I do. So I is an exception. In spite of being a singular, we actually use do when we're talking about an individual. I do. I do work properly. Alright? So that is an exception that you have to understand with do. So do is used with plurals and I. Now let's look at some examples. Yes. So examples for do. Do your work. You is actually considered to be plural, whether I tell it to one person or to many people. You do the work or you do the work. So likewise, do your work, meaning all of you do your work. So with you and your, we use do. Another example. They do not like me. They do. Trees do not have flowers. Trees do not have flowers. Trees is plural, so we use do not. Alright? So this is for plurals. Now, an exception is I. I do the work properly. Do. I do. So that's the only exception here that you should remember. But otherwise, for all singulars, we use does except I. And likewise, for all plurals, inclusive of I, we use do if it is in the present tense. And if you're talking about the past tense, we generally use did. That's common, whether it is singular or plural. Did remains common irrespective of the noun. That's it with do, does, and did. And in the next part of this lecture, we'll be looking at have verbs and have form verbs. Have, has, and